oh, you will have pain, your fingers will get cut, you have to go through this kind of suffering to play guitar, and I think it's all useless statement. Don't get scared, there's always a way out. So in this video, I will discuss with you what causes finger pain, how you can reduce it, and there are some changes on your guitar that you can make to reduce the pain overall. What's up guys, my name is Sherin, your guitar instructor at Music Pandit, the best place to learn music online. As promised, I'm back with another video which is all about how to reduce your finger pain. Now this question is asked by a lot of beginner guitarists because they're struggling with finger pain and in return they get demotivated, they don't want to play guitar. So I'm here to solve this question once and for all. So in this video, I will discuss with you what causes finger pain, how you can reduce it, and there are some changes on your guitar that you can make to reduce the pain overall. So before we get into the topic, let me quickly remind you, we put out videos on this channel every single week. So if you're new to this channel or you have not subscribed yet, please click on that subscribe button and click on that bell icon so that you don't miss any future videos. So without further ado, let's get right into the topic. So why does your finger pain? It pains because your skin is very thin and you're trying to play with only your fingertips, right? So when you play with only your fingertips, because the skin is so thin, it starts paining. And there are a couple of cases wherein it might bleed also. Don't get scared, there's always a way out. So the first thing you need to have to reduce the pain is calluses on your fingertips. Now what is a calluses? Calluses is thicker skin. It looks something like this. And it's quite disgusting to look at, but you need to have this. Now you can associate this with somebody who is lifting weights and all. They will have a little bit of thicker skin on their knuckles, on the palm, right? That's the same thing that you will develop. You don't need to develop, you will develop it once you start practicing enough. So I would always recommend that you practice for shorter periods and do it multiple times in a day. And that's how you can increase the speed of forming calluses on your fingertips. So the real question you need to ask yourself is, how long will it take for you to develop calluses? So the short answer is, if you practice for a shorter period for a longer time, then it will start forming calluses. And you need to be a little bit more patient, you need to practice regularly to have that calluses form. Once the calluses formed, you're sorted. The pain will start reducing. So that was the general answer of how you can reduce the pain on your fingers. So let's discuss the very important topic of what can you do to your guitar to reduce pain. Now I call this useless pain because if your guitar is set properly, it's going to reduce the amount of pain that you're having. So let's discuss, and there are 3 points that I want to discuss with you right now. Now a lot of times you will hear people saying, especially people who play guitar, oh, you will have pain, your fingers will get cut, you have to go through this kind of suffering to play guitar, and I think it's all useless statement. You need to set your guitar right if you want to reduce the pain. And the most important part of that is setting your guitar string action. Now what do I mean by string action? So string action is nothing but the gap between the string and the fretboard. The higher it is, the harder it's going to be for you to press down. And that's common sense. So what you need to do is, for you to adjust the action of the guitar, you need to go to a luthier or you need to tell your guitar instructor to lower the action of the strings. Once you have it lowered, it will be much easier for you to play, as well as it's gonna surely reduce the finger pain. Alright, so let's go to the second point. The second setting that you can change on a guitar is the string gauge. Now, what is a string gauge? String gauge is the thickness of the string. So normally on an acoustic guitar, you're putting like 0.012, and that's called a medium gauge. Or you might have a guitar which is fitted with heavy gauge. Now these strings in a professional manner sounds fuller, it has got more body to it, but as a beginner, you really don't need it. And trust me, as a professional myself, it's very hard to make out the difference until and unless you know these are extra light strings or light strings or medium gauge. The better you go for light gauge. So if you have medium or heavy gauge strings, what happens is the string tension is really high. When the string tension is high, you have to press it down more. When you press it down more, your finger will start paining. Now if you want to make your fingers stronger and you want to go through that suffering, go through it. I didn't have any knowledge and I went through it, and to be very honest, it paid off when I started playing other kind of guitars. But you don't need to, because my philosophy is if you can start playing the guitar as early as possible, you will stay longer with the guitar, you will learn more songs, it will be enjoyable, and then once you evolve, once your finger strength increases, you can start switching on to medium gauge string, right? So whenever you're buying strings, make sure that you buy light gauge if your fingers are paining, and if even that is not good enough, you can go for extra light gauge, and that should solve your problem of finger pain. So let's move on to the third point. The third point is pretty simple, yet very important. In this entire fret, you need to press down, right? If you press down in the beginning of the fret, it's going to be much more tougher. If it's harder for you to press, it's going to pain more. So where in this entire fret you need to press down? It's at the end of the fret, just before the fret wire. That is the sweet point. So if I press it down here, let's take an example. If I press it down here, it's a clear tone. But if I take the same finger in the beginning of the fret and use the same intensity, see how does it play? So I have to press it down more. If I press it down more, it's going to pain more, right? Lastly, one small tip, you need to understand how much you need to press the string to get a clear sound. You cannot press every string with the entire force of the universe. You have to understand how much you need to press. So do a quick self-study, self-assessment, and understand how much you need to press. So here we go. These are my pointers for you to reduce your finger pain. Understand the key is the patience. Always keep on practicing so that your calluses are formed. And these 3 settings that you need to make to your guitar, you can ask your guitar instructor, you can go to the music shop, you can ask for a luthier to get it right. Don't suffer unnecessarily. Okay. One last thing that I want to add is, see, a lot of players when it starts paining, they start getting demotivated, and I've seen this so many times. So you need to really understand the correct methodology of playing the guitar. If you start wrong, if your techniques are wrong, you can only go so far, right? So make sure your techniques are right and you apply all those techniques to your playing. With that note, I would like to tell you that I have made an entire beginner course for absolute beginners, which only focuses on getting you to play your first 12 songs really fast. So make sure you check out my lesson on musicpandit.com. If this video helped you in any way, please make sure that you like this video. Not only like this video, make sure you subscribe to this channel and you click on that bell icon. With that, keep playing, keep practicing. This is Sherin Winstent signing off.